So I've made it back to Oxford in the UK. Absolutely stunning place to be, and it feels more like summer than springtime. The conditions are perfect for flying. Very frustrating not to be able to do so. Ricardo's also made it back to Brazil from the UAE, and he's been on quarantine for 2 weeks. He's now back out and he's been making films, and this film is all about how to fit a reserve to a Paramotor. Enjoy.
3 weeks of quarantine in Dubai. Got a flight to Paris. Paris, I sleep in the airport. They lost my luggage. Then I got another flight to Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Got 15 days in quarantine, and now I'm in a paradise. I'm northeast of Rio de Janeiro, an amazing place. Has a free flight, takeoffs all over the place, and also this amazing grass, like 1,000 meters straight for one side and 500 to the other side, and that's gonna be my quarantine now. Once a year, you have to remove your reserve and send it to a shop to do the repack. If you live in a coast or a very humid place, it's suggested you can do this every 6 months. When you remove your reserve, you have to check your carabiners if it's installed properly. This one is not. It's missing the rubber bands. This part is very easy. Remove the carabiners on both sides. And then remove all the bridle from the top, through the side, all the way to the reserve and the bottom. Gentle, you take the handle from the reserve and remove the reserve. Put in a box and send it to a shop. As soon as the reserve come back, use a nice table to help you up with the installation. First thing I do, I put the reserve back into the container and I close all the 4 sizes and make them fit perfectly. When you pack the reserve, it's important to push the yellow plastic cable all the way to the closing loop and then into the housing. We always check this before and after the flight. When we use a pull cord, it's important that we take the cord underneath the plastic cable and the closing loop. Otherwise, when we pull it out, it can cause friction and this can damage the closing loop. And then you do the same thing in the other side. There is a secure housing for each side of the handle. That's the last thing you have to do. Take the whole container and zip and velcro back to the harness. Make sure you put the zipper all the way to the end and lock with the little velcro they have on both sides. The bridle is outside the arms, never inside. In case you open the reserve, you're going to be sideways, it's going to hurt yourself. Like is demonstrated here, this is the right position. Tighten the bridle to stop flapping. Avoid going to the exhaust system, cylinder head and propeller. Don't forget to put the rubber bands on the nylons to stop them from turning sideways. One rubber band on each side to do not cause friction and the carabiner stays always in a correct way. In the end, just tighten a little bit with a little wrench. Finally, you check, align, and close the velcro and the shoulders. You should always check the reserve pins before and after each flight. And then, during each flight, you should do a dummy reserve pull. Look, locate, grip the handle, out, in, throw, release. So it's becoming a muscle memory to you. It's better to have and not need the reserve than need and not have one.
I hope you enjoyed that film. Wise words from Ricardo at the end. Definitely better to have and not need, rather than need and not have. We still have unbelievable flying conditions here in the UK. However, we're still grounded. So now might be a good time to send your reserve off for a repack if you're like us and you can't fly. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and we'll see you next time.